Have you ever thought about the true story behind Godric Gryffindor? What if the legendary founder of Hogwarts wasn't as flawless as many believe? In today's video, you'll uncover the secrets of his past, the conflicts that shaped him, and the legacy he left behind. Godric Gryffindor was one of the 4 great wizards who built Hogwarts. His name became a symbol of courage, and his house was home to some of the bravest students, including the heroes of the Harry Potter saga. But who was he before Hogwarts? What made him so extraordinary? Born in a small village in 10th century England, young Godric grew up among both wizards and muggles. His home, later known as Godric's Hollow, was a rare place where magic and non-magic coexisted in peace. From childhood, he displayed an incredible talent for dueling, quickly earning a reputation as the greatest duelist of his time. And here's something unusual: he didn't just duel wizards, he also fought muggles. Unlike many wizards, Godric never used magic against non-magical opponents. Instead, he wielded a sword with unmatched skill, proving that true bravery wasn't just about spells. His fearless nature made him legendary, but also hot-tempered and quick to challenge others. He wasn't a passive leader, he was a warrior. When he founded Hogwarts alongside Salazar Slytherin, Rowena Ravenclaw, and Helga Hufflepuff, they shared a dream: to create a school where young witches and wizards could learn magic. But that dream soon turned into a battle of ideals. Salazar believed that only pure-blood wizards deserved to be taught. Godric, raised alongside muggles, thought differently. He insisted that talent mattered more than blood. Their friendship cracked, and when the conflict reached its peak, Salazar left the school for good. Yet his influence remained, shaping the House of Slytherin for centuries to come. As for Godric, his story fades into mystery. No records tell us how or when he died, but his legacy lives on. He enchanted his own hat, turning it into the sorting hat that still assigns students to their houses. And then there's the legendary Sword of Gryffindor, forged by goblins and enchanted to appear only in the hands of those who truly embody his values. But there's one final mystery. Unlike Slytherin, whose bloodline continued, Gryffindor's descendants remain unknown. Did he choose not to have a family? Or was his lineage lost to history? Perhaps the bravest wizard of his age left behind more than just a sword and a school. Perhaps his greatest legacy is still hidden, waiting to be discovered. Legends often focus on a hero's triumphs, but what about their flaws? Godric Gryffindor is celebrated as a beacon of courage, but even the bravest men are not without their shadows. What if his thirst for justice sometimes turned into recklessness? What if his rivalry with Salazar Slytherin ran deeper than just school policy? Godric's passion for equality among wizards wasn't merely a philosophy, it was a battle. He saw firsthand how magic-born children in Muggle families were often ostracized. Some were forced to hide their abilities, others met with fear and suspicion. He refused to let that stand. But in his quest to protect these young witches and wizards, did he ever go too far? There are whispers of duels fought in secret. Some say that before Hogwarts, Godric confronted wizard families who sought to suppress their Muggle-born relatives. Others claim he once broke into the stronghold of a powerful pure-blood clan to rescue a child who had been locked away. He was a man who lived by his ideals, but ideals have a cost. His relationship with Salazar Slytherin was once built on deep respect. They were both brilliant, both powerful, and both fiercely dedicated to Hogwarts. But their differences were not just about bloodlines. They had fundamentally opposing views on power itself. Salazar believed strength should be preserved within those already gifted with it, while Godric insisted that strength could be found in the most unexpected places. Their arguments grew bitter. students whispered of shouting matches that shook the very walls of the castle. Some even claimed that one night a duel nearly broke out between them, only prevented by Rowena Ravenclaw's intervention. And when Salazar left, it was said he didn't simply walk away. He cursed the chamber beneath the school, leaving behind a hidden threat for generations to come. Godric, for all his righteousness, was not blind to ambition. He knew that to keep Hogwarts strong, it needed leaders. Students needed role models. He encouraged a spirit of competition, pushing his house to prove its bravery time and time again. Was this the beginning of the intense rivalry between Gryffindor and Slytherin? Did his determination to challenge Slytherin's ideals spark the division that lasted for centuries? His sword, now a legendary artifact, was more than just a weapon. It was a symbol. Unlike a wand which responded to a wizard's natural magic, the sword of Gryffindor demanded something more. It would only answer to those who truly embodied courage, those willing to stand against overwhelming odds. It was enchanted to appear in the hands of a true Gryffindor in their darkest moment. But did Godric foresee just how powerful this weapon would become? Some say he wielded it in battle, that he once fought against dark creatures that threatened the wizarding world, that he led a defense against a rogue warlock seeking to take control of Hogwarts. These stories paint him not just as a founder, but as a warrior, a protector. Yet if he was such a force, why is there no record of his final battle? His disappearance is an enigma, no known grave, no documented farewell. One day he was simply gone. Some claim he retired to live among muggles, abandoning magic altogether. Others insist he continued to fight, wandering the world in search of lost magical relics never to return. And then there are the darker theories, whispers that he was betrayed, that his enemies finally found a way to bring him down. His legacy endures, yet pieces of his story remain missing. Who were his allies beyond the founders? Did he ever regret the choices he made? If Hogwarts was his greatest triumph, what was his greatest regret? Perhaps the sorting hat, the last true relic of his mind, holds the answers. It carries his voice, his judgment, his wisdom. It has sorted thousands of students over the centuries, gazing into their hearts, just as Godric once did. Maybe, just maybe, it knows the truth of what happened to him, but if it does, it has never shared that secret. And so the mystery of Godric Gryffindor remains unsolved. His name is immortal, yet his fate is unknown. His ideals shaped Hogwarts, yet his own story fades into myth. But legends are rarely complete, and sometimes the greatest tales